Fisher so that he doesn't get
rare that it's a shellacking trifecta. There's usually not enough Gaben's nectar to go around. There's a very scarce resource, much like Gaben's milk.
All right, that's a good start to game number 3 with one of the hypest matchups that we have seen thus far in the upper bracket. So whoever loses will still have another life in that lower. And yeah, this is going to be very, very nice. But the Morphling pick kind of dumbfounding the panel to a degree. It's not a hero that we've seen in quite a while. What are your guys' thoughts on this this model, first and foremost?
Okay, don't.
All right, now that we're past the opinions of the model, what about the hero itself in this game?
It's not bad. It's good against Razor, and to be honest, it's not good versus much more than that. I think Pango is one of the better mid heroes against Morph because you have this mana burn, you have this disarm, you have this constant chain stunning. Morph doesn't like to buy BKB that much. And Alchemist versus Morphling is like sort of a two-sided matchup, but generally Alchemist can hit a timing that Morphling is not too happy against.
Well, Avalanche from Jin Q to secure the bounty rune in the top river.
I feel like with Morph, does he does not have jump. He has Dispose.
Poison Touch is reapplying over and over and over, so this looks to be first blood. One more right click, he's gonna pop the Fairy Fire in the trees, he gets to Dispose off. And why not wanting to take first blood for himself? Obviously Ame would be the better choice, but they don't have a choice this time around. Either way, PSG.LGD with first
Link, but honestly, like, Razors just go for Plasma Field. This seems like a better matchup. We've seen Viper dumpster Razor before.
Yeah, I think this is a lot better. I think the lanes in the other way actually would have gone really bad for OG, so I think this is a much better setup, because I think the whatchamacallit, the stupid freaking Viper Marcy, I don't think would have, I don't know. I think this is considerably better setup for OG.
And already Faith Beyond having to resort to try to plasma fielding down creeps, because can't really get that close to the wave. And obviously Seb playing the Earthshaker this time around, one of the 2 heroes that he's been spamming a lot in this tournament. Obviously changed it up a bit in this series, which is nice to see. Actually, I've yet to see the Wind Ranger this series at all. But BZM playing the mid Coddle as Seb actually blocked him by his own Fissure. The Avalanche keeps him in place as well. Big static link from Faith Beyond. Seb trying to limp away as Amar right-clicking Faith Beyond to a high. I mean, he might be able to get this kill if he just stands his ground. Indeed, he does. Now Jin Q kind of stuck between a Viper and a Rock, and it looks like he is dead as well. So 2 kills for OG in the laning stage. Can't ask for a better start.
Yeah, they will meet.
Oh, all right. Innocence ends up dropping to Yuragi. So that's a little bit of a surprising match. I mean, this is a Morphling and Marcy lane like you talked about, as Ame getting harassed out. He gets disposed back into the wave as well, puts down his acid spray, but he drops in addition. And Yuragi just strength gaining back up.
Stacks, easy camp stack. He got about half of it. TP's back to tower.
Why? He's gonna get disposed, and a big shadow wave comes out, but still gonna be the death of him. It might be the trade though. So LGD's able to get something out of this lane, I guess, but still. OG very favorable overall as Faith Beyond. Amar gets tossed back into the fray. He might just right-click again, find this kill, and he's going to get it a little bit later as Seb finds the kill on Faith Beyond, but Amar not getting the XP, kind of a big deal.
Yeah, this top lane is
to contest the Alk as top lane.
Seb might be dead. Toss finishes him off. Faith Beyond can take some poison attack stacks from Amar with that Nether Toxin in addition. Already at half HP, gets off the plasma field, has TP now, but might be just resigned to his own death. So Amar, another kill goes the way of OG in this light. I mean, obviously some of those are jungle creeps, but still, that mid lane. You see nothing to say with his Rolling Thunder. The wall is going to be pretty annoying, but he's trying to use it to his advantage to take out Seb at the very least, and Faith Beyond with the static link should be able to ensure that one. As Amar looks to be fine, as Jin Q ticking away, but lives on just 20 HP.
Pretty good situation for OG right now. This Coddle's getting continued to farm. Nothing to say rotates up here, but it's just one support kill. It doesn't really change anything. Viper's still going to be chilling. Maybe Shaker brings him some regen. They're not getting kicked out of bottom lane at any point. Alchemist is still doing okay, but this Coddle has had this free game. The bots are coming up. Probably has them very soon.
He's got them already.
Yeah, the TPs are going to start coming out pretty soon.
There he is.
And it'll be a
rebound disposed back into the creep wave as BZM is here with a big Illuminate, but a nice grave comes out from Y. Do they have enough to finish off Ame? You can see BZM just so speedy. Yuragi not able to find the distance, but another Illuminate just clips Ame. And that is a big kill for OG, as now they can potentially just finish out this lane with Y. getting that second kill.
Yeah, that is very rough. The Dazzle also TP down bottom, so now they sort of have this impasse top where Viper's sitting there and they don't have the resources.
If they weren't so far ahead, they'd be a little bad at contesting Alec, but they're huge.
Well, we have another fissure coming out. Nothing to say. Shield crash to get to the other side, but a nice toss brings Amar back into the arms of PSG.LGD, which is going to be their biggest pickup so far in this game, it feels like.
So it's like these are not really like assassinate spells. They're more like initiations, you know, so gonna take some high skill.
Yep, as the gank attempt onto Ame, he's outnumbered. He gets off the chemical rage, but the burst damage is way too much. And they lose Seb on the other side of the map, but again, favorable trade for OG as and they just smoke up immediately, and Y might be the recipient of this smoke gank. He's going to get blinding lit to the other side of the fissure. Maybe not exactly what they're looking for is Ame. Okay, beautiful rolling thunder from nothing to say. BZM's just dead. That's worth a lot of money. But Faith Beyond coming in is getting bursted down by Yuragi. Is set with the Echo Slam coming out. But it's not enough for him to get away as Yuragi still with that sidekick. Turns into Razor. Gets off that plasma field as well as the focus is on Tiger, but he gets a big rebound out to safety. Yuragi trying to save his teammate. Double kill for nothing to say. And now it's a 1v3 for Yuragi. Not sure if he can find anybody after the fact.
That was really impressive from LGD. The way they're positioned on the left, they know that
slightly in queue, so gonna get some retribution. Band going for the Dragon Lance and then into the BKB.
Yep, he's finished with the D-Lance, so he's pretty damn strong right
rebound
now.
onto Jin Q, so gonna get some retribution for taking that bounty rune. The insolence from Jin Q. Seb.
Just like, you over there, yeah, you're orchided.
Oh, Amar. He's going to get some speed boost thanks to the rebound, but he's not going to outchase nothing to say with that diffusal blade. The inhibit comes out, and he's going to get stun locked on the stairway. And nothing to say gets credit for this one.
BZM cancels his TP too. There's no way to save him there when the Marcy TP's out. I like the
To coddle Viper, Marcy, Shaker
no way.
before BKB.
Yeah, that's...
So he's AFK farming.
Oh, into the pit. So OG finding a little opening here, and you can see LGD not really in the area. Which is how fast can they take this? Approaching the half HP mark, and that looks to be a freebie for OG.
Yeah, it does seem so. I don't think this Aegis is going to do that much realistically. This Morphling probably wasn't going to be dying very much anyway, so an Aegis is like nice and all, but this is definitely not the end of the world, and LGD just playing for their timings because contesting that is just very, very risky.
Yeah. As we see Shard now online for Seb, who's actually going for a 4-step instead of the blink next. The fissure actually blocking out most of his team, but the rebound back in. Early Graves saving nothing to say for the time being, but the Echo Slam keeps 2 in place, and that means 2 are dead in favor of OG. And they're going to find yet another as Yuragi turns into Tiny. Another toss to work with. Double kill for BZM as OG with this Aegis advantage winning this fight handily.
Yeah, nothing to say with a little bit of a whoopsie there. I think he swashed a little bit aggressively, and once you swash forward like that against this Orchid, it's a problem.
Yep, Taiga, he might be the collateral. Faith Beyond forced to pop his BKB, trying to man fight against Yuragi, but again, this is just the Aegis, and now Faith Beyond basically in enemy lines, despite this being his own triangle, trying to get BZM, but it's not going to happen. So the domino effect. Not able to find the space to get off that dispose.
Does have the keen optics.
Have a toss from Jin Q, and that is a deleted Morphling. He was full agi, it looks like, but again, just the Aegis as Amar will get retribution. So expires a little bit early for OG, but when Faith Beyond was Razor, when he got that refresher, they turned that game around real fast as Seb, invisible, blocking the smoke. He gets off the Echo Slam, but he gets bashed up. And he's going to be brought down very swiftly by Faith Beyond, pops that BKB. Rolling Thunder's coming in from nothing to say. So 1-for-1 supports right now as BZM. We'll watch nothing to say, just TP out inside that ult form, so.
And they're playing on hills and in fog. It just is so annoying to jump them. And you can see LGD, like, they're just looking for it constantly. They're like always trying to be ready, but they're just not getting the opportunity.
And OG scanned this out, so they know this could be a thing here. As Seb, a little bit late on the fissure, as Amar has the BKB TP. He's fine. Seb might not be too much, as nothing to say, stuck inside the wall. Gets off the blink dagger, so that is, again, just a support kill, not the biggest deal. And OG read that all the way.
Yeah, they're playing for this Roche. I don't know if it's spawned. I don't know how to read that chart.
1 minute and 14 seconds before spawning.
Good to know.
When it's golden, that means that's how long it...
We learned that one the hard way.
Yeah, we made some big mistakes in the DPC. Of course, you guys don't see that in when you're playing as a pro player.
We do not.
Nobody watches. Nobody watches.
And Biragi in the Razor form, not able to find anybody though. The lead has gone down a bit in favor of LGD, but again, with the Alk, feels like they need to be leading. Zame gets some nice creeps and TPs out, so just playing the kind of split push game.
Yeah, now he has the BKB on Coddle as well, so this game, a lot of how the fights go depends on Xingqiu and Nothing to Say being really ready and crispy with these jumps.
Avatos, but the instant Orchid onto the Tiny as Seb force steps to safety, and the Viper Strike's actually going to slow Faith Beyond down enough for Seb to survive, but now gonna TP out our time, trying to, but Faith Beyond's BKB ends right at the right moment as the Fissure ends up canceling the TP. Double kill for Seb of all heroes, and now Y looks to be next on the list. The fact that Seb survived and then canceled that TP, pretty damn crazy, and now they're gonna scout out the second Roche of the game.
It literally just respawned as that fight ended. That is lucky.
Yeah, that's a catastrophe for LGD. I mean, sure, Nothing to Say is out farming on the map, but that whole pincering in, closing LGD into the map that was going on for the last 5 minutes is only going to get worse now, because now there's even more heroes that are invincible, even more heroes standing on hills being annoying. They're going to go D-ward your triangle right now, and the places where you can play as LGD are just slowly shrinking and shrinking. You're going to lose your top tier 2 now. It's only going to get harder from here.
An important question. Who gets the Egg Shard?
Oh, that is a great question.
It's always Viper.
Yeah, Amar, did he actually take it?
It was Viper.
Yeah. So now they can push extremely fast. I mean, Morphling is one of those heroes that people kind of lose sight of when it comes to pushing, but he's actually very strong because he can just go full agi and right click away. Now with the minus armor and poison attack damage from Amar, it's going to be even faster. Xingqiu jumps in with the Avatos, but Amar instant BKB. Ame trying to focus down BZN. He'll be successful, so dead Coddle right off the bat in favor of LGD, and Amar looks to be next, and nobody actually dying in this engagement for LGD.
Dang, that was super impressive. Ame clicked the Coddle in the air with this.
Nothing to say. Basically guaranteed to get that with a swashbuckle most of the time, as you can see the building's melting. Tier 3 towers dead. And OG still with the Aegis for 2 minutes. Question is, will LGD give up one set of racks or just try to delay this?
Taiga's in a really good spot here. He's looking for the jump. He put a ward down too. They see everything.
I'm just focusing on the barracks, but you can see they relocate poor Yuragi into the enemy lines, but he's able to waveform to safety. Has Nothing to Say already with that ult coming out. Amar has to pop his BKB, standing his ground. Could try to finish this Rax, and that's exactly what he'll do. And we'll tick out eventually to that poison attack, but now that the BKB's down, he's going to get tossed back into the fray. But Yuragi comes in, deleting heroes left, right, and center. But a nice grave coming out from Y on himself, and the Aegis is down. Y able to rebound to safety. But Ame, with that Spirit Vessel applied, he's not going to regen too much despite having the Chemical Rage. He's getting stun locked. And Seb actually jumps into his death as Morphling dead. 70 seconds of no Yuragi. Double kill for Ame. Bash coming out from Nothing to Say, attempting to continue this chase onto BZM, who just recently popped his BKB.
Maybe this
So he
one
is
hit.
super fast.
Oh, doesn't hit.
Gonna get up.
Oh, he hit him.
Looking towards the Octarine.
Ame has Scotty. It is closing in on a point where maybe LGD can take a straight up fight.
Oh, Ame already has a concoct coming off. Trying to focus on Amar, but he's already at half HP. They have to be careful. Can't even pop his ult yet. Gets off the BKB finally, trying to regen through, and he just chops down Taiga. But he's the one that's low. Finally, the grave comes out as Yuragi. He's going to get deleted. 80 seconds of no Morphling. And now Amar looks to be next on the list. Double kill for Faith Beyond. And that's 4 dead from OG with the buyback on Marcy.
Dude, that was insane.
They see BZM.
BZM in the trees.
He's gonna
get the toss from Xingqiu. He does, along with the swash, as he actually gets off his BKB, but he just right-clicked down very casually from Nothing to Say. So a full team wipe, if you count the buyback.
That was actually crazy. The fact that they...
And LGD smoking up.
They're trying to get them on these
The
37-minute
OG
items.
side. Yeah, Piragi able to waveform away, but a beautiful double avalanche, which forces the double BKB from OG. Rolling Thunder on the sideline. Faith Beyond taking the right clicks from Amar, but they're actually kind of baiting this, it feels like. The buyback onto the Tiny. Faith Beyond pops his refresher. That's 2 Eye of the Storms, and this Morphling is completely isolated. He's just going to get right click down. 80 seconds of no Yuragi. He buys back, TPing onto the outpost. And it looks like LGD still want to fight. They are not scared of this buyback whatsoever, although Faith Beyond's ult now running out. That comes out on the BZM.
The Arcane Rune's going to come into play here. He's going to have roll again. I don't know if OG can deal with that.
Yeah, so 7K lead for LGD as they know that this is now a 5v4 set without a buyback as Roche is now up. But they have to push out these lanes. This bottom rack.
More and more farmed. He's actually getting to the point where he's going to be double the Morph's net worth. He's getting
there, but OG are in the pit. You can see most of LGD in the area. Off the Avalanche with the swashbuckle, but the Roche is going out relatively fast, and Ame is just waddling his way over there. Can they contest Faith Beyond with the plasma field, forcing some of OG out? And this Roche is getting extremely low. Here comes the Rolling Thunder. Double stun from nothing to say. Trying to focus on Seb, but he gets a nice force staff to safety. And Amar pops the BKB, just focusing on Faith Beyond, but that's a refresher orb with the BKB. Roche getting extremely low. Who is going to get it? It looks like it's going LGD's way as the rest of OG have to hightail out because of the death on Yuragi. But they're going to try to get some kills in the meantime as BZM getting chased. With the Orchid, going to prevent the stun from coming out. And that is a refresher shard. Aegis still pulsating on the ground. Level away from the Dream.
Honestly, I genuinely do think Ags is more value than replacing a Radiance with anything. Because it's not like he needs an Abyssal to kill any of these heroes. You may as well just like start putting net worth on other heroes. Because you're already 6 slotted on Alk. Like selling an item to buy another one is not much of an upgrade.
Big news though, in 2 minutes they can buy a tome for nothing to say to get a little bit closer to that level 28.
Illusion.
Lamar, that Manta.
Oh, they're so close to him.
And they just demolished them. So 18K lead for LGD, but this game still feels very close.
Really big restraint from LGD there, not trying to kill that ward, just saying like, okay, you have a ward, that's fine, you can keep it. We're not gonna fight into your vision. We're gonna come back up here and we're gonna make you come back. They understand how dominant a position they are in terms of team fighting, so they don't want to sacrifice that in some silly way by running into Dire's vision and getting like mega fissure stunned and coddle slowed over and over again, because realistically that's the way OG wants to fight. They want you to come into us. We've been going into you all game and you've been winning, you know. How about you come into us now? And LG's not giving them that.
Yeah, and then they just force them back to base.
And he's going to get Orchided here. Ame does. And Sheeped just to delay. Has the Boots of Travel 2 now. They're actually stuck inside the base. A nice fissure coming out, but the toss back out. No, Seb actually stays on the same side. Pops that BKB and OG's going to reset, but their buildings are going down pretty damn fast. Nothing to say. Trying to create some space. Seb, BKB does dissipate. Another nice fissure. Nothing to say. Forced to use his swashbuckle, but the real story is that Yuragi might get caught out here. Now the fissure turning against OG to some degree. Faith Beyond getting a static link and the refresher. He is just decimating this Morphling. That is a dead Yuragi, but he buys back instantly. Set, Echo Set comes up, but he dies shortly after. Now the focus looks to be on Faith Beyond, but he's the one doing so much damage. The Basher connects onto Yuragi, gets off the BKB. Amar need to focus on Faith Beyond in the meantime. It's a double kill for Ame as he continuing his rampage here. There's a nice double avalanche coming out as well. The cheese activated for Faith Beyond. This man is unkillable. Double buyback for OG. Blink from nothing to say sets up all of these additional kills from LGD. Dieback on Yuragi. Ultra kill for Ame. And LGD looking very nice to take this potentially in the game number 3. That's the buyback from Ame, though. Jinkyu gets the toss out. Amar stuck in a very awful spot. He gets sheeped. Concoction's coming for him as well, and that is a dieback for him.
No buys.
2 sets of racks, and they can go for this actual win here as the GGs come out early here. 24K net worth lead for LGD in the end, and a terrific comeback. The discipline from LGD.